Hello everyone, a good morning, a good day, a good afternoon, a good evening, and a good night. No matter what time it may be, I hope that you're having a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday so far. Hello. Hi everyone, welcome on in. Hi. Gamble with us. Oh, is that what's happening right now? We're all gambling away in the chat. But hi, hello everyone. How you doing today on this Wednesday? Hopefully it's not too hot for y'all. It's been hot. It's still pretty hot right now. My goodness, the weather is not letting up. You know, even though it's nearing the end of August. A gamble. Derpy. Okay. All right. Hi, Derpy. Welcome on in. Hello, Mel. Hi, Noel. Hello, Isop. Hi, Mod Rocker. Hi, Rasty. Hello, Tentacola. Welcome on in. Hello, everyone. Whoa. Sorry, I did not mean to zoom in on you. Oh, my goodness. Hi, Belle. Hi, Gary. Hello, Prague. Hello. Hey, who did that? Excuse me. I feel like I need to sneeze. Look, oh, no, just kidding. I was gonna look at the light to sneeze, but no, it disappeared. It disappeared. Hi, Cian. Hello, Wopo. Welcome on in. Hello. Oh my God, Silva. What the heck? And the first comment I see from Silva is asking for some points, specifically 69 points for the Gamba. Hi, Silva. Welcome on in. Hi, Max. Hello, Savvy. Hi, Gary. Hello, everybody. Dang, y'all really did go in. Y'all really went in on the Gamba, huh? Oh my goodness. You guys went in. Holy moly. You're here for Chunky Cows? Well, I got news for you. You gonna be excited. I got some Chunky Cows coming up here in a little bit later today. Alright, so don't you worry about that, little lady. You'll get them Chunky Cows sooner than later, alright? But yes, we are going to be playing farming games today. We're not starting off right away with the brand new farming sim that we're gonna play, but that will be later today. But we're going to first just kind of chat for a little bit, and then if I have time, I'll play some Rune Factory. And then if I end up chatting the entire time until Grand Bazaar, then we'll just chat here. But yeah, I don't think I'll take that long chit-chatting. I'm yappy today, but I don't feel as yappy. But yeah. I give out turnips usually once a stream during my break at the halfway point of the day. And so if I do go on break throughout the day, during my stream days, I usually give out 1,000 points. So if you're here during stream, I do give out 1,000 at least like once a day during my breaks. Yeah. So you'll get some. Don't worry, y'all. You'll get some points before I go and take my break before the sponsor. But yeah, I'll tell you more about it later today. But yeah, today I am sponsored. The sponsor hasn't started yet. The sponsor starts in about like an hour and a half. But today's stream is sponsored by the lovely people at Story of Seasons. You know, at Marvelous and Xseed, we are sponsored for Story of Seasons, Grand Bazaar. And I mean, oh my God, I have been waiting for this game for like 2 years at least. 2 years. Because last year, the trailer was officially announced, right? But then the year before that, they had like a little teaser, you know. And if you guys know me, I am one of the biggest fans of the Story of Seasons franchise ever since I was little, before when it was known as Harvest Moon. And so I'm just like, I don't know. For me, it's still a dream come true that I am still, you know, sponsored by a game that I grew up with and a game that I know and love. And I always vouch for it even without a sponsor. And so I'm just like, yippee! I'm so excited. I want to play like right now. But I will be patient. I will wait. But yeah, I oh my God, you guys can ask me anything about Story of Seasons, and I got you. I got you. But yeah, I'm very grateful again to Marvelous once again for, you know, reaching out and for giving me the sponsorship for one of my favorite series of all time. Yeah. And actually, okay, maybe I'll say it for later. I'm already yapping about it, but I'll save it for later. All I'll say is that essentially this game, all right, this game that we're playing today in particular, from Story of Seasons, some of y'all might be familiar with, right? But I've mentioned it before that this game is actually sort of like a remake of one of my favorites from when I was younger, back on the DS. If you guys played Harvest Moon, you might remember Harvest Moon Grand Bazaar on the DS. And now they have Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see how much has changed and how much has improved, and I'm just ready. I'm excited. I stream every day except for Mondays and Fridays at 3 p.m. ET, which is 12 p.m. PT, except for Sundays. Sundays I stream at a little bit later, around like 5 p.m. ET, just because Sundays are more of like a chill day. But yeah, I stream every day except for Mondays and Fridays. Yes, thank you for asking. But yeah, if you want to check out my schedule, I do have it posted on my YouTube. If you are on the YouTube side if you want to go to the post section, and then I also have my schedule posted in the Discord if you're in the Discord. In Discord, you also get like direct pings whenever I go live anyway. And so I would say Discord is your best place to be if you want to get notified of whenever I go live. Yeah. Hi, Day. Welcome on in. Hello. How you doing today? Thank you for the congratulations. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, my patience has increased once again, or not increased, but it's gone back to how it was usually. I think yesterday was just, I don't know what was in my brain. My brain was being weird yesterday, but today I'm good. Today it's not as hot. Yes. Yeah. Sorry, I had to adjust my sitting for a second. Yeah. How's everyone doing today? I have my water. I have my agua. Let me drink some water, actually. My first sip of water for today. Water good. Water so good. So tasty. Dolmite! Dolmite, thank you so much for that resub. 29 months. I hope you enjoy your emotes as well as your sub badge. Welcome to the tea shop. I hope you enjoy your stay as a tea bun. Thank you so much, Dolmite, for that resub at 29 months. Can we get some love and some hype in the chat, please, for that resub? Thank you. Thank you so much, Dolmite. Thank you. And just a heads up for those that are enjoying the Gamba in the chat. Just a reminder, there is a cooldown. Okay, so yeah, just a heads up. There's a cooldown for each individual person, just so that we prevent the spamming in chat of the back-to-back Gamba. So yeah, just a heads up. Please keep that in mind, okay? All right? You got a Gamba, but you got a Gamba with breaks in between. Haha. First sip of the water of the day sounds like a good idea, especially when you did not have anything to drink so far. Yes! Oh my goodness, yes. Please make sure that y'all are staying hydrated. Hydration is very importante. Yeah. So if you don't have any turnips to Gamba with, yeah, it actually like replenishes throughout the stream. So if you come back at like every like 30 minutes or so, you should still have a bit more that generates automatically. But yeah, if you Gamba it all the way, then it's gone forever until you wait for more. Yes, don't forget to gamble in moderation, okay? All right. Hi, Void. Welcome on in. How you doing today? Welcome. Hi. But yeah, it's been hot. Did you guys go to Anime NYC? Anime NYC happened over the weekend. I completely forgot to talk about it yesterday. But yeah, I can't believe it, you know? Anime NYC happened and it went by real fast. I did not go, obviously. But it was the first time that I haven't gone, because the last 2 years I went back to back. And I really loved Anime NYC, you know? It was really fun. and it was like a big convention. I want to say my first like big convention, you know, up there with like Anime Expo and whatnot. And so yeah, it has really nice memories for me. And you know, it was like my once a year excuse as well to go see Tao because she also goes to Anime NYC. But yeah, this year I did not go. But you know what was really sweet though? You know what was really sweet? She still sent me like a pictures of her haul. I didn't ask for it, right? Nor did we talk about it really. But she still sent me a picture of her haul, and I was just like, ooh, you know. And I was just like, it's really sweet. It's really sweet that she decided to send me her haul because, you know, I get really excited. That's like the thing that we do. If we like do get stuff, we'll take a picture of like our haul to show each other. And so yeah, it kind of made me feel a little bittersweet about
train started.
about not being there this year. Oh my gosh! Thank you so much for the hype train starting. What the heck? Of course I am, Void! Is that even a question? I'm always excited, you know, for Story of Seasons, regardless of sponsor or not. But especially, you know, with the sponsor. I'm not melting down just yet. No, not yet, you know. Hi Tila, welcome on in. Thank you for lurking. Camels do drink a lot of water. Yeah. It's wild, huh? That they are in the humps, right? Like I remember growing up, we would talk about camels and their humps, and then I found out that their humps are just like filled with water. And then I don't know. Ever since I learned about that fact, it just like lives rent free in my head. I just think about it every time I see camels and their humps. I'm just like, there's water in there. Interesting. 2 glasses of water. Oh, that's why the camel thing was brought up. Oh, because you feel like I see. You know, it's not just you, Bio. There's a number of people that I know in my life, you know, that I've met that don't really drink that much water. And so I usually try to remind them to drink water when I can. Hence why I try to remind y'all in chat to drink water when you can. Because I feel like, yeah, water is one of those things that people don't drink enough of. But it does wonders for yourself. I don't know if you know, but like we talked about it before, when it comes to skincare, you can put as much skincare as possible on you, right? Same thing with like working out. You can work out as much as possible. But if you don't focus on like what's inside and what you're intaking, it's not really going to show as much, you know, as same. So for example, with like working out, right? If you don't really focus on your diet, like what you're eating, right? As much as you work out, you might not see those gains, or you might not have as many gains as you want to have because you're not eating properly, you know, in the way that you're trying to build. Same thing with hydration and with skincare. You can put on like hundreds of dollars of skincare onto your face every night. But if you're not drinking water, right? You're not hydrating your skin from within, then you're not going to be seeing as, you know, optimized results as you would like. And so water is one of the best things you can do for your skin. If you're worried about your skin and you're, you know, investing into skincare, I always vouch for water. And plus, water does other things too for your body. Like it helps to flush out toxins. It helps to, you know, keep your organs happy. So please drink that water, okay? Don't forget, water is good. Water good. But also, just like with anything, you want to drink it in moderation. You can't just chug a gallon of water, you know, in one go for a day and be like, that's it. That's all I need. Because if you do that, you're just going to end up going to the bathroom, you know. You want to take, you know, small sips of water throughout the day. Okay. That's why usually they'll have like a goal in mind where, you know, there's those like tumblers that list out the time and the amount of water you have, right? It's because they're trying to help you moderate your drinking of water throughout the day. And so it'll be like, okay, by 3 p.m. you want to have drank this much water. By 6 p.m. you want to have drank this much water, okay? And then by like the time you go to bed, you want to have finished this much water. But you're not trying to chug the whole thing in one go. That's not good. That's not good. Could one take shots of water? Is that... wait. Yes, of course you can. Yes. Shots of water are great. You know, water's hydration. No, Maxie. You know, Mom Vera, she doesn't like drink gallons of water, But I tell her, I used to nag her too at home because, you know, I want her to stay healthy, especially as she's getting older, right? And so I always tell Mom Vera that she needs to drink water more. And every time that I tell her, no, she does, she instantly goes to like grab a cup of water and she chugs the entire thing. And I'm just like, Mom, it doesn't work that way. You can't just chug it every time that I tell you to drink water. It has to be like, you know, water throughout the day. And she's like, I know, but I just, you know, I forget. Because she's more of a tea type of gal. You know, like I like my tea too, but she's more into tea than I am. She drinks tea like all day, every day, to the point where she doesn't drink water as much. And so I tell her she needs to have water with her tea, you know? Colleen, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome on in. I hope you enjoy your stay. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Sounds good, especially if someone has to take a lot of... Huh? Not free... Not the... What the heck? My... Huh? Oh, no. Yeah, spicy water is, another way that we call the other word, just because YouTube's not as big of a fan of that word. And so, yeah, we call it spicy water. Yes. Yes. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for the PAX West convention. So I didn't go to Anime NYC, but this year that means I get to go to PAX West, and I'm very excited. I'm very excited for PAX West because I enjoyed my time at PAX West, and I'm excited to go again. Just because, you know, I really love being able to, one, you know, see the booths that each new game developers come up with. I like trying out the games in person, and it's also really fun to talk to the developers too. I remember going to the other PAX West, and it was nice just like talking to people and being able to, you know, hear directly like what inspired them, what they're excited for. You know, it's really cool. It's a really cool convention if you're into games. Yeah. Hi, Colleen. I'm doing well. How about you? How you doing today? I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday so far. I do not daily stream. I stream almost every day, though. The only days I don't stream are on Monday. Hello? Can I say my days of the week? Mondays and Fridays. My brain was trying to combine Monday and Friday together, and I was just like, what the heck? But yeah, I stream every day except for Mondays and Fridays. Yes. Tea is just flavored water. No, Maxie. No. You know what flavored water is? Flavored water is that, not vitamin water, but it's the water that came before vitamin water. It was the water that was like, oh yeah, it's a strawberry flavored water, you know, or lemon flavored water, and it would always come in those blue bottles, and those blue bottles for some reason always get so sticky. And you're just like, ew. But that's flavored water. Tea is not flavored water. I prefer tea to be called hot leaf water as opposed to flavored water. Oh, no worries, Noel. I hope you have good luck with cutting down the tree. Stay safe, okay? And yeah, if you want, you can gamba before you go. But you can also gamba after you come back, too. Tea is just leaves, soup. Okay, all right. Now we're crossing the line here, okay? I feel like, you know, people have this debate about what is considered soup, right? Because technically, people are like, soup is just like stuff inside of a broth. But I don't know about that. I don't know about calling tea as leaf soup. Hello, Kyle. Welcome on in. I don't know about that. Hi, Binter. Tea is fancy water. No. Fancy water is that like $60 water. You know what I'm talking about? The one that one guy that we saw on social media use every day to like wash their face with. It was like $60 sparkling water. That's fancy water. That'd be fancy, because who the heck is paying $60 for their water? Like a single bottle of water. You know what I mean? Oh my goodness, you know how much you can get for an entire pack of water at Costco? It's $60 of a bottle of water is wild. That's when you know that person's rich, you know? They can just spend $60 on a bottle of water. It's like, what the heck? Excuse me. Hot hot leaf juice. Just like how coffee is hot bean juice. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Colleen, for saying that my model is pretty. I noticed that you did say, do you? So I don't know if you were going to ask a question about the model. But thank you. Thank you so much. If you do have a question, let me know. Hi, Velavin. Welcome on in. Nice to see you. Hi, Supergram. Welcome on in. No! I'm not going to call it leaf broth. It's not leaf broth. No. Tea is not leaf broth. Tea is herbal soup in a cup. Not herbal soup. What the heck? $60, right? $60 per face wash, essentially, for that person. And not sparkle in the sense of like glitter and whatnot, but yeah, it was $60 sparkling water. Yeah. It was the viral guy that wakes up at 4 a.m. to, yeah, like dunk his face into iced water. But the iced water was $60 sparkling water. Yeah. $4 a.m. ice bath. Have you guys ever done an ice bath before? I feel like for me, I want to try at least once, but I'm really averse to the cold. I don't like the cold at all. Even like when I take a shower and I get out of the shower, I don't like being cold out of the shower for long. And so I instantly, grab my towel and I try to warm myself up as much as possible because I just don't like being cold. I hate being cold. I get cold very quickly. Oh, do I model? Do I model? I do not model. I'm too short to be a model. I knew that since I was I think I was like in elementary school, and I watched, my mom was really into America's Next Top Model with Tyra Banks. And so I used to watch with her, and they would always talk about how like the minimum height for being a model was like this height and blah, 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 blah. And so, yeah, I was like, yep, I don't think I'll ever be a model. But yeah, technically I am a VTuber model, right? In the sense of like I have a VTuber model, if that makes sense, As a person who takes very hot showers. Oh, yeah. I used to take like scalding showers. You know what I mean? Like I used to be that person that really, really enjoys hot showers because it just feels so good, But it's actually not good for your skin. And so I've had to like dial back how hot I take my showers. Just because, yeah, it's not good. It's not good for your skin. And so I had to dial it back. But yeah, I used to take really, really hot showers. Yep. Yeah, Kyle, I shake your hand as a fellow hot shower enjoyer. Yes. Too scared to take a cold shower, let alone an ice bath. I have taken cold showers before. There are some days in the summer where it got really hot and I would just straight up take a cold shower. And so I'm okay with that, but I don't know if I'll do an ice bath. Ice bath is a little scary. Oh, Colleen, so just a heads up, one of the rules in my stream is to not self-promote. So just a heads up, okay? But yeah, no self-promo, please and thank you. I enjoy the cold, but not an ice bath person. I get that, 100%, yeah. Hi, Ankalags. The minimum... 4'5"? That is definitely not the minimum that I heard for modeling, at least here in America. Hot showers make me feel tired. Exactly. I usually take showers before I go to bed. And so for me, I just really enjoy hot showers before bed because I get to relax my body. I don't realize how tense my body is all day usually until I take a shower. And then I just kind of like let my hair dry a bit and then knock out in the bed. And so I really like hot showers before I go to bed. Yeah, nice hot shower. Yeah, I guess I am the model. I do use the model, so I am the model. But not in the sense of like model like America's Next Top Model. Does that make sense? The average for a model is 5'3", so she's shorter than that, chat. Yep. I've said it before. I publicly said my height. A lot of things I'm private about, but height-wise, I've been very open about it. I am definitely not 5'3". 5'3" was actually my dream height when I was younger. And yeah, I never got to be 5'3", unfortunately. I need a hot bath right now. It's raining and I'm sick. Oh, yeah. Just make sure you don't stay in the bath for too long, though, since you are sick as well. I hope you feel better soon, Binter. Sorry, I have hiccups. Let me drink my water. I'm so sure I better if you don't touch the floor in her chair. Joke's on you! I'm on the floor, and so my feet do touch the floor. Yeah, because I'm sitting on the floor right now. I don't have a chair to sit in right now. I don't need a chair to sit in right now either, because I don't use a desk. Except for my box desk, which is on the floor, so... yeah. But yes, it is true. When I was at home, when I sat in my chair, I put my chair all the way down, and I would still not fully have my feet planted on the floor. And so that's why I used the heck out of that footstool that y'all gave me on Throne at home, because that thing really helped my feet not go numb. Because if you guys don't know, if you have short legs and your feet don't plant on the ground comfortably and you're sitting at the computer desk all day, your feet do eventually start feeling numb because, you know, it's just kind of like hanging, you know? And so, yeah, that footrest was really helpful. Dreaming of being 5'3" is tragic. Not to me. You know, 5'3" was just like such a nice height. I wanted to at least be 5 feet. And then I don't know why, but 5'3" just seemed like a really nice height to me. And so when I was younger, I told myself, you know, I'm gonna be realistic. I know I'm already short, but I can at least dream of it being at least 5'3". And then that never happened. And so I'm just like, okay, I guess I was asking for too much. I was asking for too much to be 5'3", you know? But it's fine, you know, it's okay. I don't mind being 4'11". I've got... well, actually, no. I wouldn't say I've gotten used to it. It's more so I've accepted it. Because I've been used to it my whole life. But yeah, I've accepted being 4'11". Yeah. It's fine. You know, it's okay. I can wear heels. It's fine. If I wear heels, I can be 5'3". Yeah, the pause was because, like, I was thinking about it, right? I was like, is getting used to it, like, the correct phrase? And I was like, no, it's not really the correct phrase, because I've been used to being 4'11" my whole life, right? And so I was just like, what is a good way to say it? Because it's not getting used to it, and then it was accepting it, you know? I didn't accept it for a while, and then now I finally accepted it. Your genetics at the... yeah, or actually not even. My doctor, actually. I always tell this story. So I'm still shorter than both of my parents. And most children, actually, are going to be taller than their parents, right? But my doctor told my mom and my dad, as soon as I was born, my doctor told them, they were like, yeah, she's going to be a pretty small person when she grows up. She's going to be very much on the petite side. And so they are, yeah, I don't know why. They didn't ask about it. But yeah, apparently my doctor told my parents, they were like, yeah, she's going to be short. And so I was just like, oh, okay. Well, yeah, Derpy. Well, you know what? I didn't luck out, okay? I didn't luck out like you did, okay? All right, I did everything. I worked out. I stretched. I drank my milk every day. Okay, all right. I didn't get to grow past what my doctor said, but Brovira did, and so I'm happy about that. Brovira is taller than both of my parents and myself, and so my brother, he got the lucky genes, you know? He got the lucky genes. I know. W Brovira. It's crazy though. I remember Brovira is the exact definition of what you say or what you think about when you think of people having like a growth spurt. Because I remember Brovira, he was like always shorter. He was, you know, like the shorter person in his class as well. You know, and then all of a sudden there was just like one summer where he had this like insane growth spurt and he just got really tall and he became taller than, you know, a lot of his classmates. And so I was just like, oh, dang, what the heck? Brovira stole my height. It's okay. I'm okay with him being the taller one in our family anyway. I don't mind. I'm okay with being short. Yeah. But every time, everyone's always like I remember whenever we were in the same school together, right? Because we're a few years apart. But yeah, Brovira, they would always be like, she's your older sister? And he'd be like, yeah. And they'd be like, why is she so short? And I'm just like, I hear you guys. I hear you talking, you know? I know I'm the older sister and I'm shorter, But then they were like, oh no, it's fine. A lot of the older siblings that they have are also shorter. I don't know why, but it's like a phenomenon. A lot of the older siblings tend to be shorter than the younger siblings. It's always younger siblings that just end up getting taller. You know? Mm-hmm. Wait, really? Okay, now that's just messed up. That's a messed up doctor, because that's like appearance wise, you know, and that's also subjective when it comes to like if someone's, you know, pretty or not, right? And so no doctor should be saying that to anyone's parents. That's not cool. That's what your dad said? Okay, your dad's not cool. Yeah, your dad's not cool. What the heck? Unless you guys joke around like that. But oh my god, what the heck? Yeah, because my doctor was just saying it from a like statistical / like fact perspective, you know? And so I'm just like, what the heck? I was about to say, no doctor would say that. Unless it's like, imagine it's like a doctor that's like a family friend, or a doctor that's like part of the family, you know? I could see them saying that as like a joke if they're on that level of familiarity. But yeah, outside of like familiarity, that is something that a doctor should not be saying, you know, to random people. But if it's like, you know, like for example, like I don't know, like if it's like, imagine it's like siblings, you know, imagine it's like siblings and your sibling is the doctor, then I could imagine the doctor joking around and saying stuff like that. But even then, you know, that would still be a bit much, I feel like, for someone to say about their baby that just, you know, was born. My doctor didn't even say anything. He saw me and he, what the heck? Okay, Binter. Okay, now we're getting ridiculous here. Might get them fired. Right? It's not very professional. Yeah. Ah, your dad is the original rage baiter. I do see that a lot recently. Yeah, like I feel like the phrase rage baiter has become really popular as of late. And I always see people talking about how like their parents are like their biggest rage baiter, you know? And it's not like they're trying to intentionally rage bait, but you know, they're like, yeah, my parents are the #1 rage baiter. Why don't you believe me? Once again, for the exact same reason, the ankle lags, you know. I said to ankle lags, because it's not professional. No doctor would say stuff like that, you know, because it's not professional. Doctors, I don't think would, at least in my opinion, I don't think they would say stuff like that from what I know. From my relatives that are doctors. Oh my god, but I think about it all the time. My one cousin, she's a doctor, and then her husband's a surgeon, or maybe it's opposite. Maybe she's the surgeon, he's the doctor. But they make bank. They make bank. My god, like I remember we went to go visit their home for the first time. They got a huge house. Their house is like a mansion. It's not a mansion, but it's like the biggest house I've ever been in. And I was just like, dang, this is the type of money you get from being, you know, a doctor married to a surgeon. Holy moly. But yeah, they got a big old house. I was like, dang, expensive. Everyone falls on the floor and cries when they see me. Okay. Now that for sure, you know, I feel like is a bit of an exaggeration. Because when you say everyone, you're talking about, you know, every single person. Yeah, I feel like that would get a little annoying as well. Like imagine you go on a date and then every time that you go on a date, that's the first thing that your date does. That's a little annoying, you know? It's like you're just there for a date. You want to chit-chat with them, but the first thing they do is that they fall to the floor and start crying. You're like, I'm just trying to go on a date, you know? Also, Adisu, thank you for the 10 bits. Thank you. I assume that's the only way they can connect with their kids sometimes, because their parents normalize. Oh, we're talking about generational trauma. Yep. I heard one of the doctors complain when they were on disability they could only get $12K a month. $12K a month. Holy moly, that's a lot of money. $12K a month. I don't know how much they made, you know, on their regular salary, so I can't really like say if how they felt was like valid or not valid, but 12K a month, you know, is a lot. That is a lot of money by itself. But, you know, like I said, I don't know what that is, you know, respective to like their usual salary, especially if they work there for a while, right? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Alright, let me check something real quick. Okay. Let me check. Okay, I think we're good. Yes. I wish I could get 12K a month for literally doing nothing. If I had 12K a month, you wouldn't hear one syllable resembling a complaint. 12K a month, right? That's 12K a month gets you about like, what is that? 12. Yeah, it's still 6 figures, right? At the end of the year. Another 3 supercars and 3-story apartments.
Lizard.
No, I didn't do it again. Oh, I did. Okay. I was gonna say, where is it? Where's the last one? Thanks, Derpy. Oh my god, I didn't know that they had a sound alert for lizard on Tangia. I love that lizard. That lizard's so goofy. Lizard. You know, I saw someone else's stream. You know what they did? They made it so that whenever someone said the word lizard in their chat, it would play the lizard sound. And so you could just like spam it. You could spam it, and then the entire time the chat was just, you know, spamming the word lizard, and you would hear lizard all over on their stream. It was really funny. It was goofy. I should do that. Okay, I'll think about it. I have thought about it. I've seen some streamers do it for other sound alerts. You know, like I've seen people when they say the word like hi, it'll play the hi, you know, sound. And so, I don't know. I'll think about it. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe. We'll see. But yeah, if you guys don't know, lizard is like a new... I don't know where it's from. I think it's from a movie. But it's been going around just because of that clip, that sole clip right there of that lizard spamming the button that says lizard. And so, yeah, it's been everywhere. I even saw it. I was out and about, right? And I saw a bakery. There was a bakery that had a baked good of that lizard because of how popular it is. And so I was just like, what the heck? It really has gotten popular. It's made its way outside of, like, you know, internet. Oh, Jesus! What the heck is that? Ankle-lags! Why'd you jump scare me with the blue lobster? That... Oh my god, that was kind of scary. What the heck? It just popped out of nowhere with the dramatic piano. Oh my goodness gracious. Jesus. Scary. Holy moly. Nothing beats a... Oh my god!
Did I jump scare you? Yeah, I bet I did.
Derpy, I hate you. Derpy. I hate you so much. What the heck? Derpy, just you wait, Derpy. I'm gonna get you back. Okay, Derpy? Okay. Alright. I see how it is. Alright, this is a jump scare Elvira session. Okay. Alright. You better watch out, Derpy. You better watch your back. I know, that was so loud. It's not even Spoopy Saturdays. Oh my god. Hello? Hi. You thought I could scare me? You thought I could scare me with that? I've gotten used to Balloon Boy. Hee. Oh my god, Derpy. Not the Slack jump scare. No, I'm sorry, Lisa. I'm sorry for the tongue burning 3 days in a row. Yeah, sometimes it's just not the day, you know? Sometimes that tea is just not teaing, you know? I apologize for the burnt tea. Alright, give me 1 second. 1 second. Okay, alright. Are you used to the Phasmo attack? No, I am not. The Phasmo attack kind of makes me scared still. Cause I don't know, the Phasmo one, it's just like in your ear, you know? It's just like, and so I don't like it. I don't like that one. Gets me every time. Yeah. Hi, Huddle. Welcome on. Wait, what are you guys counting Mississippi for? What? You counting down seconds or something? Eh? That's what I do. I say 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Yeah. Oh, give you a second. Oh. Okay, Maxie. Okay, I took 2 seconds, all right? I'm sorry, I took 2 seconds. But yeah, I was just checking something real quick. But all right. But yeah, like I said, what were we talking about? I forgot what we were talking about. Those jump scares, man. Hey! Ankle Legs! Thank you so much for the 49 bits. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. You lost Mississippi privileges now? Me? Wait, why? Why did I lose Mississippi privileges? Not the gamble all. Oh my god, you won! What the heck, Derpy? Okay. Alright. Has anyone really been far even as decided to use even go... What? I'm confused. I'm a little confused by the question, Ankle Lags. Yeah. Just a little bit. A little confusion. You need to get back to number 1. Who's number 1 right now? Is that still Benina? What would you do if you have a haunted tea parlor and the ghost is the old butler that wants to keep serving tea, but it has to be daily? I think that'd be cute. I think that'd be really cute, you know? Just because it's haunted doesn't mean that it's a scary ghost, you know? You never know. Maybe it's a really, really handsome ikemen, you know, haunting the parlor. And so I feel like that could work out as long as it's not a scary ghost, right? It is her? Dang, Derpy. Alright, good luck. I hope that you're able to get to number 1. Good luck, Derpy. Good luck. Where did the ikemen part come from? You know, when you think about like you know, some visual novels, right? You'll think about like there's some tea shops, or you'll think about some restaurants where they have, you know, ikemen that serve you. For example, if you go to Japan, you can go to a butler cafe, and there's a whole, you know, butler experience if you want to go to the butler cafe, where you can pretend to be, you know, like the ojo-sama of the house, or you can also be, you know, like the young master of the house as well. But there's also maid cafes. So if you are into maid cafes, you can go to maid cafes. If you're into butlers, you can go to butler cafes. Yeah. Is the Discord stinky? Nah. Hello, Dil-sama. I do not. You put so... Oops. Oh, no, it's okay. It's alright, Kyle. No worries. Rena can serve me her ghostly tea anytime. Exactly, right? If it's Rena from ZZZ, right? She'll you know, serve your tea. She'll serve your tea, and it'll be perfectly fine. It'll be perfectly chill. Very chill, you know? Very chill. You put so much emphasis on that but when you said butler. Am I saying it the way that I said it? Butler cafe. Well, maid cafes are more known. Butler cafes are very prominent as well, just as the male host bars. Yes. I've watched quite a number of videos of people going to like both the butler cafes as well as the maid cafes, and they're both interesting. It's both interesting experience if you go to Japan. Is there a cafe where you pretend to be a 9-to-5 worker and just get served tea at your desk by a nagging boss? I don't know, but with how many types of cafes there are in Japan, I wouldn't be surprised if they have something like that. Yeah, butler. Yeah, is there a problem with the way I say butler? What's been happening for the past hour? Just some chatting. I'm about to hop into some Rune Factory, and then we'll hop into a Grand Bazaar later today. Yeah. But yeah, just some chit-chatting. But I'm just saying butler! What's wrong with the way I say butler? What are you talking about? Not the Elvira, just... Huh? I have never been to a butler cafe, but I'd be down to go to a butler cafe, you know, if people want to go. What the heck? You should open Pokemon card packs on stream. A Philly accent? I don't know. I feel like I don't know that well what a Philly accent, you know, sounds like, you know? I feel like I know what Boston accents sound like more than like Philly. It's pronounced bootler. Bootler. Yeah, I don't know if that sounds correct either. That does not sound correct either. Elvira wants some Bishonen, but okay, all right. I think we made it clear enough now that that the way that I say butler is you know is different. I don't know. I didn't realize I put so much emphasis on you know, on the butler part. Everybody keeps talking about butlers, but never about binters. What is that? Is it like Boku's Binted? Okay, I'm pulling up the game. Let me see. Is it loading up properly? A lot of my games have been getting like disk write errors recently, and I don't know why. I don't know, but I think it's fine. I think it's good. I think this one's okay. A Bishonen! Oh, are you guys curious about what it means? So yeah, you can say like, so Bishoujo I feel like is more known between like Bishonen versus like Bishoujo. Usually when you talk about like Bishonen, it's more so referring to like younger pretty boys, like with Bishoujo, right? It's like pretty younger girls, right? Like a young lady or a young guy. And then if you talk about ikemen, right? Ikemen usually is for like, you know, the good-looking guy, again, like good-looking male character, but it's more of like a cooler connotation. You know what I mean? So it's more cool than like beautiful. Yeah, I hope that kind of clarifies the difference between the two. Let me stretch real quick. My back. Candace looking at the background. I'm glad. I'm really glad to hear that because I love the background. You know, I really love the background for my tea party background. And so if you guys can't stop looking at it, I get really happy hearing that because the artists that worked on my background did a really good job. And so if you guys like it, then I'm really happy. All right. Okay. I don't know how I'm supposed to say butler though. What? You guys said... So I say like butler, right? And then someone said bootler. And then... I don't know. What other ways can you pronounce it? How would you say it in like a country accent? Like a butler? You want to go to the butler cafe? Is that how you would say it? Would you like to go to the butler cafe? Butler? Bootler? Bootler? Bootler sounds more like it'd be more country if butler had like a country accent to it. Bootler. I want some food from your plate. Of course, of course. I'm gonna go ahead and give you some cookies here. I'm always down to give y'all cookies and tea. Ta-da! Oh, wait, are you really, Kyle? Do you really have a British accent? Your southern accent on point. Tea does not exist. Your Texas accent is definitely okay, Derpy. All right, okay, all right. So every accent that I do, Derpy's just gonna be like, yeah, this accent is coming out. I feel like I am a bit more confident in my my country accent, even though I still feel like it's not that great. Thanks, Derpy. Can you make the cookies bounce? Yes, I can. The cookies are a moving, but the thing is, cookies, they will never disappear. They will never ever fall off my plate. So don't you worry if you're worried about them cookies disappearing. Can you spell the tea? The tea does not spill. I've told you before. It's very magical. It does not spill. You see that? The tea does not spill. Whether I'm holding it in my hand or if it's in my plate, the tea does not spill. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It only comes out when I'm with more British people. The Filipino accent takes over most of the time. Really? Oh, I didn't know. I feel like, yeah. I feel like when it comes to accents, right? I don't think I've heard too many people have like two different accents and then they try to take over each other type of way. You know what I mean? That's interesting to think about, Kyle. If only the cake was magical and didn't slip and fall. No, not the cake. That cake was so hard to keep up. Yeah, as you can see from the demo on Saturday, yeah, the cake was not within my my maid powers to keep it from spilling over. Really? You've heard Kyle's voice before? Was it in a collab or something? Like, yeah, I've never heard Kyle before. But alright, let me go ahead. I am pulling up the Rune Factory. We'll do a little bit of Rune Factory, not a lot, just because we are swapping over to some Grand Bazaar here soon. But I want to do a little bit, at least a little bit of Rune Factory before we, you know, hop into the new game today. So, let me go ahead and swap over real quick. Rune Factory. Rune Factory. Guardians of AZUMA. Okay. And then I pull up the game as well. Doo-doo. Alright, game is booting up. My eye, why is it itchy? What the heck? Is there an eyelash? I hate when I get eyelashes stuck in my eye. You know, that's one of the worst feelings. You're just like, get it out! Get it out! Is this a family-friendly stream? I wouldn't say family-friendly all the time. Today's stream is definitely family-friendly. But there are other times where when I do play more like mature games, like horror games, right? Some horror games are just like naturally rated as mature or 18 plus. And so those days I would say are not family friendly. But for the most part, yes, my stream is pretty family friendly. But yeah, for example, today is guaranteed family friendly. All right. Okay. Alright, Rune Factory coming on up. Let me go ahead over here. I actually don't curse. That's not even just like a family friendly thing. That's just personal preference. I don't really curse. It's just, I don't know. Growing up, I would always like hear my dad say it occasionally, but Avira was always like, don't say them because they're bad words, you know? And then I always thought it was funny when he would do it by accident. But then, I don't know. Yeah, just like as I grew up, it didn't really happen naturally for me. And so I didn't really say it. And so, yeah, I'm just naturally someone that doesn't really curse. But it doesn't apply in a way where like I'm not comfortable with other people cursing. Like, I feel like the number one thing that I feel people ask me whenever I do collabs with someone for the first time is they're always worried about cursing, like, around me. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine, you know? I'm fine with that. Like, I might not curse myself, but that doesn't mean that you have to, like, not curse. I'm 100% fine with people if they curse. T, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome on in. I hope you enjoy your stay here with us. Thank you, thank you. Alright, yeah, we're gonna start off with a little bit of Rune Factory, just because I haven't played in a bit, like a few weeks, and so we'll just do a little bit of Rune Factory, because yeah, it's been a hot minute. I want to progress in the fall. I want to see what other husbandos and waifus we have in the fall village of Rune Factory. Yeah. Alright, music gone. Rune Factory music on. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Yay! I love Rune Factory. But yeah, today's a farming day. All day farming day. Yes. But yeah, last time we left off, we had just gotten to the fall village. She's so cute. But yeah, we had just finished off in the summer village, at least for the main storyline. And right now, we are about to head into the fall village and really like dive deep into the story. So yes, we're at this point right now. Oops. Wow. First day done already. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Oh my goodness. But yeah, farming sims, you know, really chill for the most part. It's a lot of me like chatting with y'all still as I play the game. Yes. Hi, Nix. Oh my gosh, I forgot. I'm micromanaging the towns. I remember when you said the S word and you were like, "Oh, me? Me?" I was like, "Huh?" Oh, it's because I feel like yeah, with UC, and it's because I just wasn't used to you cursing either. It's usually like if people that I don't really hear curse too much and then I hear them curse, it kind of catches me off guard. But I'm also okay. I'm also okay with other people if they curse, but it does catch me off guard. If someone doesn't really curse and then all of a sudden they curse, I'm just like, oh my gosh, you curse? You know, type of thing. Because I forget, there are some people that just like choose not to curse in public, but they do curse in private. I'm like, oh, sure. I'm sweeping, don't mind me as I do my duties in game as I chat with y'all. Grave Seasons? I don't know what Grave Seasons is. What's that? Is that another farming sim, Maxi? Also accustomed to the other MC that... Yeah! There's the male appearing MC and the female appearing MC. So yeah, if you're playing as the male appearing one, right? This might be a little surprising, like, who the heck is she? Oh, it's a horror farming sim. I'd be down. I'm always down for farming sims. And then when it comes to horror games, you know me, I play my fair share of horror games as well. I'd be down. I have Dilsama. I have played Fantasy Life. I haven't finished it, but we did get to a pretty pivotal point in Fantasy Life. Hello, Kotaro. Oh my god. Kotaro is such a cute Taniki. Oh, but here, this is the guy that we met last time. We met Kai, aka Archer's voice actor, if you guys know Archer from Fate. And then him and I think the god of the Fall Village are beefing together. And so last time we saw like an event between the two of them. Mikoshi. I know Kyle, right? Yeah, he's the voice actor. Same voice actor as Archer. I am the bone of my sword. Farm, romance, investigate. Hey, you know me. If there's farming and romance, you bet that's my cup of tea right there. I love farming and romance. And that's why later today, in about an hour-ish, you're going to see another farming sim that I... once again, have been waiting for the entirety of the last 2 years. And it definitely has farming as well as romance, if you're into farming and romance. So Make sure you stick around for some Grand Bazaar later in about an hour. Yeah. Okay, so we're going this way. I know a lot of people mentioned for Rune Factory Guardians of AZUMA. It does give off more of like... more of the, I guess, like a Genshin style, just because it's 3D. And I feel like Genshin really kind of like paved the way in how people view this like 3D combat style. Wait, before I go into the town, I want to check on the other villages to make sure my crops are good. Give me 1 second, let me go back. Iroha! You want to see Iroha? Here, I'll bring you to Iroha real quick. We can check out Iroha. Let's go to the Spring Village. Let's see, to the skies. No. There we go, Spring Village. Wait. Oops. Sorry, I've been playing other games, and so my controls are all like... My brain's all confused about the controls right now. I'm like, oh. Oh, wait, I think I need to... There we go. Yes. I love farming and romance. I didn't marry Alex speedrun it. Oh, you liked Alex? Alex has a really good story. Alex, I feel like a lot of people didn't like at the beginning either. Just like with Haley in Stardew. And then eventually, you know, with the story, the character development, Alex has a pretty good story as well in how much he develops as a character. Same thing with Haley, right? And so I'm glad to hear that there are people that liked Alex. Alright, where's Iroha? Where is she at? Oh, but that's really nice. That's what I love about games. Yeah, I really like how, you know, they're allowing romance among anyone now when it comes to these games. Because back in the day, that wasn't the case, right? Like for a lot of the older farming sims, they didn't have like same-sex marriage for a very long time. And so I'm glad that that's changed. Oh my goodness, excuse me, sorry. There's that sneeze from earlier. Oh, I forgot. I need to harvest with the what tool is it? It's a tool that I can use to make them gain a level, but I kind of forget which one. Was it this one right here? Thank you for the blesses. Thank you. Not the Daskaru. Elliot's very romantic. The one that I actually went for in Stardew was Harvey. But I did have, once again, the Ikemen portrait mod. And so, yeah, Harvey did not have his mustache. And he also looked like anime, like a hot anime guy. And so, yeah, I went with Harvey. Because Harvey, I don't know, I just really liked him the most out of all the characters personally. It was just that gosh darn mustache that I was not a fan of. And so I was just like, all right, let me remove that mustache off of you first, sir. I was like, okay, yeah, we're gonna remove that real quick, you know? Just real quick. Make you look like an anime guy too. So excited for Bazaar Game. I want to see. Yes, oh, let me tell you, okay? I will tell you all about it. I have so much to say about Grand Bazaar because, once again, it was one of my all-time favorites in the first rendition of the game. And so it's an absolute classic for me. I love it so much. And I have so many good things to say about it, especially for the Story of Seasons version. So just you wait. I'll show you it all, okay? What's your favorite anime of the season or one that you're watching? I haven't been watching a lot of seasonal anime. But the one that I really enjoyed recently that I've talked about on stream is the one where it's like the evil lieutenant and magical girl are something. But yeah, it's about an evil lieutenant and a magical girl where they fight each other like they're rivals. But the evil lieutenant secretly likes the magical girl. And so even though he's supposed to be the one to like, you know, get rid of her for the alliance, the evil alliance that he's on, he likes her a lot. And so he just wants to take care of her, right? But he ends up being conflicted with, you know, having to get rid of the magical girl with his company, but then still having a crush on her low key, you know? It's so cute! I love the dynamic. I love them. I think they're really cute. They got like that height difference too to them. I was just like, that's so cute. I feel like you don't really see that too often nowadays, like characters with a really big height difference. Hi CSI, welcome on in. I think you should see it. It's really cute. It's really cute. Today I was in the notary office listening to... Oh! I don't know what that means. Hi Perez, welcome on in. Nice to see you. Hello, hello. The sword gets you a better chance to upgrade your... Oh, the scenes! Oh, with the sword. Okay, thank you, Rachty. Thank you, thank you. I forgot. I was like, what is it again? I was so confused. I haven't played in like, what, 2 weeks? And my brain's already like, whoa, 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 whoa. But to be fair, I have been playing other farming sims because I've been trying to catch up with them. And so I'm a little confused. But thank you. I was like, yeah, I swear. It's one of these tools right here that gives you better yield. Do I just... Is this sword? Is it this one? Or is it the other sword? It's this one, right? Hello, Akira. Thank you for lurking. I'm glad to hear you love Rune Factory games. Yeah, I love... My main favorite farming sim of all time, series-wise, is Story of Seasons. But Rune Factory is my second favorite for sure. I do remember the drum. Yeah, the drum lets it so you can harvest everything because it does grow it by 1. I just, for some reason, my brain, I don't remember what the button was for using the drum. What was it again? Oh, there you go. Yes, yes. Eat my cabbages! Look at all those cabbages! Oh, heck yeah. And then I'm going to harvest now with the... Yes, okay, I'm going to do these cabbages because they're level 2, right? Yeah. And then these ones are level 2 as well. I'll make these all level 3. Okay, for the cabbages. Yes, yes. And then the onions. These are not fully grown yet. Let me plant this real quick. Alright. Oh, oops. Okay. And then my cabbages. Oh, I do have level 3 now. Yay! Okay, okay, okay. So level 3. Cabbages. Good, good. I will plant that. Really love the opening. I like the opening and the ending. Oh, yeah, when an anime has like a good opening and ending theme, it makes me really happy. I think the reason why I loved the anime so much too is because it's also from the same mangaka as the one that made Inu and Boku SS. And so that was one of my favorites of all time back in the day when I, you know, watched a bunch of anime. And so I was just like, what the heck? You best bet I'm gonna watch this even more so now. I've realized that, you know, it's from the same mangaka as Inu. Yeah, there's a scene. There's a scene. The reason why I realized that is because there's a scene in that anime, the one where the evil lieutenant and magical girl used to be arch enemies, right? There's a scene in there where I think it's the girl, or there's another character reading a magazine, and on the magazine it's the girls from Inu and Boku SS. And so I think it was Lady Chiyo-sama that was on the magazine cover, and I was like, wait a minute, you only do that if it's from the same mangaka. And so I searched it up, and what do you know? It's the same mangaka as Inu and Boku SS for that anime. And so I was like, oh heck yeah. But yeah, it was a very pleasant surprise. Heck yeah. I forget what episode it was, but yes. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I just wanted to talk to you. Sorry, Murasame. Oh, quick. Oh, I forgot. There's a quick meal contest happening. Oh, oops. Up about surprisingly early. I mean, oh, thank you. You have any requests? Okay, he wants me to defeat a level 1 Colossal Oni. And oh, I do have the fragment I can give to him. What? I hit the max number of in-progress requests? What the? Oh, man. Okay, I guess that's fine. Let me see. Looking for something to draw. Can you suggest me something? How about... Can you draw... a sheep? Or... Oh, no, a cow! A chunky cow. Because we're gonna see some chunky cows later on. So, maybe a very chunky cow. Let's go to Iroha. Hi! Here you go, Kyle. Here's Iroha. Let's talk with her. Visiting other places is fun. Oh my gosh! Mori! Hello, Miss Mori. Thank you so much for the raid. Hello, everybody. Welcome on in. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. For anyone that is popping on in from the raid, whenever I get a raid, I like to do a little something to welcome in the raiders, okay? So this is for all of you. Welcome to the tea shop, everybody. I hope you enjoy your stay here at our tea party. You're just in time. We're playing a little bit of Rune Factory, and then in about half an hour from now, we're going to start Grand Bazaar. We're going to start our Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar gameplay, our brand new farming sim. I'm excited! I'm so excited! But how was stream, Maury? I hope you had a lovely time with your community. But yeah, for anyone that's new here, my name is Elvira, and you can call me Elv, LVL. Those all work. But yes, I am a very lurk-friendly streamer, so if you want to lurk here, please feel free to lurk. But yeah, I really like playing farming sims. I also play other games as well, like gacha games, like ZZZ, and a bunch of other ones too. Yeah, we chat here a lot. We play comfy games, and we like to you know, fangirl over the lovely waifus and husbandos in farming sims. You're playing Grand Bazaar as well. Oh, perfect timing then. Perfect timing. I hope you enjoyed, Maury. Did you find a certain somebody that you are thinking about romancing in Grand Bazaar? But yeah, for anyone that came in through the raid, I hope you enjoy your stay here with us. Hi, Meow. It's nice to see you. No, you're fine. That's okay. No worries at all. Thank you so much for popping on in from the raid as well. Hi, Meow. Thank you for the flowers. Thank you so much. I'm so excited for you. There are so many cuties. Oh my gosh. Yes. Grand Bazaar was my favorite, one of my favorites in the Harvest Moon franchise back in the day. And so for me, I'm very excited to see the Story of Seasons version of Grand Bazaar, and I am ready. There's a specific husbando that I married back in the day, and so we'll see. Maybe I'll go for the same one, or I might go for a different person this time. But yeah, I am really, really happy that the game is out. I'm just like, yay! A piece of my childhood is coming around again. I'm just like, oh my gosh. Like, if someone told me back then that I would see a remake of Grand Bazaar, I would not believe them. Because back then, you know, I thought the Harvest Moon and Story of Seasons series just weren't as popular as other games to get remakes. And so I'm just like, oh my god, it's here. I'm ready. But thank you, Maury. I'm really glad to hear that you enjoyed. I know, yeah. It's like a dream come true for small Vera, you know. But yeah, Maury, if you need to head off to wind down after stream, please feel free to do so, ma'am. I know it is late for you, but thank you so much for the raid. And if you guys don't know Miss Maury, Maury is a very lovely streamer as well. Super lovely, very comfy, very cozy. And so please make sure you go check her out if you have not already, okay? But thank you, Maury. Thank you so much. But yeah, like I said, for those that are just popping on in, we're currently just doing a little chit-chatting and gaming in Rune Factory before we hop into some Grand Bazaar for the first time in about half an hour. Okay, no worries. Yes, I hope you enjoy your food. Yes. But yeah, for those who don't know, I can give you guys like a little bit of like a TLDR as to, you know, why Story of Seasons was Harvest Moon, but is no longer Harvest Moon. right? But yeah, there's like a little tidbit. There's a little tidbit as to like why it's so different now for those that were like, wait, I thought they were the same franchise, but they're not the same franchise. But yeah, the whole reason as to why Story of Seasons is now called Story of Seasons and not Harvest Moon is because so the Harvest Moon was originally, like, they were all developed by Marvelous, which is the company name that you see pop up whenever you play the game, right? Or any Story of Season game. And so the way it works is that back in 2014, Marvelous actually shifted their American publishing of the Harvest Moon series to Xseed, which is also now known as Marvelous USA. And so they lost the naming rights to Harvest Moon, which is why there's like a separate Harvest Moon set of games that you see, right? But the original Harvest Moon became Story of Seasons in 2015 with the very first Story of Seasons. And so that's why you're seeing like a lot of what you would call like remakes, right? Or like a Story of Seasons version of the older Harvest Moon games. And they tend to be more accurate in terms of the names. They are more accurate in terms of the translation. And so it's really cool. You know, I think it's really cool. It's really cool that they're trying to make like a more accurate translated version of the beloved series that we knew back in the day. Of course, Maury. Yeah, I feel like that's probably the number one question I get when people ask me about Harvest Moon and Story of Seasons. And so I try to explain when I can, just because it does get confusing. Yeah. So the original Harvest Moon is now known as Story of Seasons as of 2015. And so the new Harvest Moon series that you see is not the same, if that makes sense. So they did split in terms of the publishing company, like the publishing of the Harvest Moon series as well as Story of Seasons. But that's why when you see Story of Seasons, it's more consistent with like the older games of Harvest Moon, because Harvest Moon split after the publishing changed. So, yeah. But yeah, the development of the Harvest Moon series has always been marvelous. And so the only thing that separates the original franchise from the one that you know, we're familiar with Story of Seasons is that the current Story of Seasons actually retains the original development studio that started the farming sim that you guys know. If you guys have more questions, I can go more in depth about it. I don't want to yap too much about it because I feel like I always talk about it in depth. But I love the series, and so I'm always down to explain if you guys want more explanations about it. But yeah, as of this month, actually, I don't know if you guys know, but as of this month, it marks the 29th anniversary of the Harvest Moon series, which is now known as Story of Seasons in the West. And it's kind of wild. I'm just like, I can't believe it's been 29 years. Can you believe it? I'm just like, what the heck? Holy moly. I know, crazy, right? Crazy. Long time. And then as of next year, it's going to be the 30th anniversary. And I'm just like, whoa, big 30. That's a big number right there. But yeah, it didn't really officially release though until 1997, I believe, in the States. And so it hasn't been around as long in the States ish, but yeah, it's been around for a long time, and starting from the Japanese release. Let's go shopping with her. I wonder what she's like if we go shopping with Iroha. Oh, cute! Oh my god, it's like a little shopping date. That was so much fun. Oh, she's so cute. She's so cute. I don't mention my age, and I don't allow for age talk in my chat either as a rule, just because I prefer age to be private for everyone on my channel. And so yeah, we don't talk about age here. Like, no specific ages for me and for anyone in chat. You wouldn't mind? I mean, I pretty much said what I wanted to say mainly. And when I talk about like the original Harvest Moon, I'm more so talking about like Bokujo Monogatari, which is the Japanese name of the game before it was called Harvest Moon here in the States. You know, it's like that thing, you know, it's like that thing with localization. Sometimes they just like change the name up in a way where you're just like, huh, interesting. Because Bokujo Monogatari is actually a bit more accurate as well with the translation of Story of Seasons, right? Because when it comes to Harvest Moon is not Harvest Moon if you translate it in Japanese to English. And so, yeah, the name Story of Seasons is actually more accurate to the Japanese name of Bokujo Monogatari. Oh my goodness, I do have a lot of requests that I've done. Oh, these are good. I can turn these in. I'll turn these in. But yeah, the original Harvest Moon Grand Bazaar actually came out in 2010. And so it's been 15 years. It's been 15 years since the first original Grand Bazaar came out. And so I'm just like, what the heck? 15 years later, and we have the Story of Seasons version coming out today. It came out today, actually. I was telling Mori, seeing any Story of Seasons gameplay reminds me of how my little sister and I used to play PS1 Harvest Moon and share different save files, and it got her into Story of Season games. Like, yes! Oh my gosh, Windborn. Yeah, I think that's really cool too. Like, there are so many people now that are into farming sims compared to when I was younger, right? Because I talk about this all the time too. I feel like Story of Seasons, back when it was Harvest Moon, I just didn't really know a lot of people that played farming sims, you know? Because back then, people that I knew played more of the like mainstream games, right? And so ever since games like Stardew Valley, you know, came out after being inspired by Harvest Moon and other farming sims, it's made it really popular. I feel like, especially in the Western side of the world. And so whenever I do see other people into games like Story of Seasons or Stardew Valley or Rune Factory, it makes me really happy. Like whenever I'm streaming and I see people stop by, like you, Windborn, and they tell me about their love and how they used to play farming sims, I get really excited because, yeah, you know, that's another thing that small beer never expected to happen. I'm really glad to, you know, meet my fellow farmers. I'm just like, yay! I'm really happy. Umo. When anyone asks my age, I always say 37 no matter what context. How old were you in high school? Hi, Akira! Welcome back in! Sorry for off topic. I finally found the... Oh my god, yes! Yes, Kyle! You found it! You, honestly, props to you. I feel like... Yeah, if I had tried to find it, I don't know where I would look for the magazine in the first place amongst the episodes. And so let's go! Let's go! I've been into Harvest Moon games since The Wonderful Life for GameCube. Grand Bazaar scratches that itch. Yes, yes, Keats. Okay, okay, since we're like nearing the sponsored, you know, segment anyway, yeah, Grand Bazaar. Grand Bazaar is one of my personal favorites from back then because you'll see Grand Bazaar, it has the farming aspects that we know and love from the franchise, but it adds like a little bit more on top of it because there is the bazaar aspect of it. And if you guys don't know, the bazaar essentially is this like selling portion of the game where you take your items that you've grown, or you take the items that you foraged, or if you cook items, if you have animals they can get your wool from or eggs from, right? There's like one day of the week where you sell. Yes, at a market, you have your own little like booth and you kind of go big on selling. And so instead of like doing the more traditional style of just like putting everything into your shipping bin, you yourself are there trying to like advertise, you're trying to ring your bell, you're trying to sell everything, you're trying to like bargain with the person and be like, all right, you want this $2. It's just really fun. It's such a cool aspect. I just remember as a kid for the 2010 version, I was just like, this is amazing. You know, you get more involved in the selling portion of the game as opposed to just like throwing things into a shipping bin. $2 tomato, yes. $10 wool. Yes, exactly, like a Grand Bazaar. Hence why it's called Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar. And so it's really fun. I feel like I made the most amount of money the quickest in Harvest Moon Grand Bazaar when I was younger. And so I'm really excited to see, you know, the revamp of the game and just like the remake of it. Because there's a lot that has changed over these past like 15 years since the 2010 release. And so, yeah, there's a lot of things that they've updated. And I'll tell you exactly how I feel. You know, having played the old game with the new one today. I see what you did, Keens. You know, I see what you did. Ha ha ha. Yeah, let's see if we can go on a quick date with Little Waka before we hop into Grand Bazaar. But yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to talk all about it. Let's hang out. Let's go. Oh, we can take a nap with her because we do have a bond level of 5. Should we do it? You guys want to take a nap with Ulalaka? The nap scenes are really cute, actually. They're pretty cute. Alright, let's take a nap. Let's take a nap. Oh, it's so cute. It's just, you know, it's like a little nap under the tree. That looks so comfortable, by the way. Afternoon naps just hit differently. You know what I mean? Do you guys like naps? Actually, I know there are a few people that don't like naps because I know for some people, it feels like if they nap, it just feels like they are groggy the rest of the day. But I don't know. I'm a nap type of gal. I really like naps. I can nap all day, every day. Naps are really nice. Yeah, let's go on a date with Murasame as well. Oh, you can't nap. You picked Iroha to romance. Oh, Iroha is so... Oh, she's so genuine. She's really cute. They messed me up, but I know, Mori. Me too, honestly. Like, if I feel like I wake up from a nap and it's kind of like... I'm kind of groggy. Even if I'm not all there, it still feels good. You know, you're just like, oh, yes, my body needed that nap. That sweet, sweet nap. Even if you wake up and you're like questioning what decade you're in, and then you have like a piece of hair that's like stuck to your cheek, you're just like, oh. You're just like, dang, that was a good nap. That was a nice nap. Like yesterday, actually, I took a nap because I was so tired for some reason after stream. And I was supposed to nap for like an hour. I napped for 2 hours and I was just like, hello, where am I? I was so tired for some reason. Let's go grab a bite at Iroha's tea house, yeah. Oh, okay, he's full. Alright, let's go check out the summer village and then we'll call it there before we hop into Grand Bazaar. Okay? Alright. So let me hop into summer village and then Grand Bazaar. Today's more like of a check, I guess. It's more of like a simple check on our villages more than like actually diving deep into the lore. Lore we'll dive into next time. Who is this hunk of a man? That is Murasame. Murasame is a swordsman. He's all about his craft, you know? He cares about swords and he's all about helping you out with training if you want to train with him. Oh, yeah, Iroha's sister's so cute. She's the same voice actor as Klee if you play the Japanese version of Genshin. Super, super cute. Really cute. But yeah, welcome back, Mori. As soon as I try to nap, it just becomes full-blown sleep. I know, that was me too back in high school, university. You know how people say like if you nap for 4 hours, you're practically sleeping? Yeah, I kind of did that. I kind of napped for like 4 hours back in the day because, I don't know, something about like those 4 hours naps hit differently. But yeah, at a certain point, those just become full-blown like sleep sessions, you know, especially in this day and age. Let me help her out with some watering. I feel like it's gonna take a little bit for her to water. Also, this is really cool. I like this about Rune Factory. You can just like go more in a bird's eye view perspective and then just like water your stuff a lot more quickly. Look at that. So fast. So fast. Ah, sorry, cat. So yeah, for anyone that's new here, for Rune Factory is a fantasy Harvest Moon series. At least that's what it was advertised as way back when it first came out. And so it's a farming sim, but with more fantasy aspects to it, like dungeons. There's monsters you can tame to be your farm animals. You can take on more powers to fight with if you want to fight with more magic, for example. But yeah, farming, but fantasy. You didn't know Range C? Yeah, you just press your R stick if you're playing with control. You press R and then you zoom out and then you can water quickly. Or if you're decorating, you can do that too. You just press R and then it puts you in like a bird's eye view. Alright, You see? If I go here, you go into farm mode. You do this, you get overhead view. And then if you want to decorate, you can decorate from this perspective. Or you can also water your crops from this perspective too. It's really handy dandy. Yeah, I want to say classic. Just because it does emphasize more on the farming sim side of things. So if you're going for like a classic RPG fantasy, then I probably wouldn't recommend Rune Factory if you're looking for that. If that makes sense. But if you're looking for like a farming sim with some fantasy RPG aspects, then I recommend this. You cannot marry the monsters in terms of like the animal monsters, but there are some quote unquote like monster humans in the sense of like where are they? How do I see them? I forget how I see the villagers. Not these villagers, but like the actual love interest. Where are they? How do I see them? Profiles? Oh, here we go. So, for example, Kai. Kai is, as you can see, a mysterious man who's a bit of a brute. Seems strangely familiar with the god of autumn. And so for him, we haven't really learned too much about him yet, but in previous Rune Factory games, there are characters that are monsters that you fight as like a boss, and then you save them, and then after you save them in the boss fight, you can marry them. And so there are monster humans that you can marry, yes. But for Kai, I feel like he's an Oni. I don't know yet if they fully revealed that he's like an Oni or if he's just a guy wearing an Oni mask. But yeah, in Rune Factory game, there are monster humans that you can marry. Yes, yes. But okay, chat, I think I'll call it there for Rune Factory since I do want to get ready for Grand Bazaar. I do want to do a quick bathroom break. And so I'm going to probably call it there and do the swap over to Grand Bazaar. So if you guys want to see more Rune Factory, we'll do more Rune Factory later on. But yeah, we're going to get ready for Grand Bazaar. I'm so excited. But yeah, if you guys like the farming sim aspect, once again, we are going to start a brand new farming sim, which is the one that I've been raving about, with the one where you get to have your own bazaar along with the farm life aspect. So I'll go ahead, I'll end it for now, and we'll swap over to Grand Bazaar. Okay? But yes, let me hop over to this scene real quick as we end off the Rune Factory portion. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call it there for the Rune Factory VOD on YouTube. And so can we get some goodbyes in chat please for YouTube if they're watching this VOD? But bye YouTube! Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and swap out now and prep for Grand Bazaar here in a few minutes. And so if you want to stick around for Grand Bazaar, I will also be streaming on YouTube. And so it should directly send you to the stream if you want to go there for the Grand Bazaar portion, okay? But yeah, I'll see you here in a few minutes, alright? But yeah, bye YouTube! I'm gonna call it here. Let me just make sure that you guys get redirected to the stream. Yes, okay, it does. It is set up properly. Okay, yeah, bye YouTube! I'll see you here in a few minutes. And if you guys are watching the VOD version later on today for Rune Factory, please comment down below if you yourselves play Rune Factory or if you are interested in Rune Factory. But bye! Bye YouTube! See you here in a few minutes for Grand Bazaar. Alright.